All right, let's welcome in the next member of today's panel. We still have a couple more to come right here. Tyler Ivins, thank you for joining us, sir.
Appreciate it, John.
All right, we don't have a poll today. Instead, it's a contest. And let me go ahead and show you what you're playing for if you want to choose to take part. On the left is a map of where the seat is. There's a little orange line under section 20B. As you can see, that's the Tennessee sideline. That is also under the cover at the horseshoe, and it is about the 45-yard line, based on what I can tell. So, now I haven't been to a game there in about 20 years, so I will warn you, however, in this stadium, it was built in the 1920s, and like old parks, there are some obstructed views in this stadium, so if you get free tickets, don't then whine or go to Twitter to say, it's got a broken view. So I'm giving you the shots right there to begin with. There's what you'll be playing for. Section 20B, row 12, seats 29 and 30. Good seats. Now, here's how you win it. Let's go ahead and put up hint number one. Be the first person to send the correct first and last name of our mystery VFL to sportsourcecontest@gmail.com. And we're going to have that up all day on the lower thirds, sportsourcecontest@gmail.com. As soon as you figure it out, it may be hint one, hint two, or later in the show, we're going to give away the answer. So if nobody's gotten it, first person to email me with the right answer, you're going to get the tickets. Hint number one, this Ohio-born, get it? We're playing Ohio State. So there's a trick here. This Ohio-born Vol played in Tennessee's first ever game against an original Big Ten school. So if you're looking at USC or Maryland, no. Original Big Ten schools, Tennessee's first ever game against a Big Ten school. This guy played in it. Okay, as we mentioned earlier, Ohio State dropped their final game of the season to Michigan for the fourth straight year. How has that impacted them in past years? Take a look. They're 3-6 following their last 10 losses to Michigan. They didn't play in 1999. I happened to be up there. That's when they fired Powell, Tennessee's own John Cooper for losing to Michigan. They said, we're not going to a bowl, we're just firing John Cooper. 3-6 since losing, or whenever they lose to Michigan, and that includes the 1996 Citrus Bowl when they lost to Tennessee, when they stopped Eddie George on the goal line stand down there. So my question for you guys, Tyler, I'll start with you since you're new to the panel here. Is Ohio State's mindset a key, the key? Does it have no impact at all? Where are you on that?
The key.
The key.
The key. You guys kind of wrapped it up there in your first segment. I think based on what Jimmy laid out, I think it has everything. Not only is it the mindset for this team, Will Howard's mindset in this game as well. I think that I don't think this is hyperbole. And I mentioned this on the radio earlier this week, and maybe you guys can start throwing stones at me. I think if they lose that game against Michigan, check. If they start off slow against Tennessee in the shoe coming up 6 days from now, I think there's a chance Ryan Day's handed his walking papers. They lose this game on Saturday of this week. That's what. Come on, he's got a $30-something-odd million buyout. It's about Michigan, and it's about winning that Big Ten championships, and it's about winning the national championship. You already brought up how much they make when it comes to their NIL. They're the most expensive team in college sports. What are you even doing if you can't compete with your rival? If you're not already playing in what was supposed to be the rematch that everybody was anticipating in Indianapolis, you didn't make in the Big Ten title game, and now you're one and done in the college football playoffs? I don't think that's crazy that Ryan Day is going to be looking for a new job after next week.
Well, their AD said that regardless of what happens, they're keeping him through 2025. Do you think he's bluffing? I mean, his buyout's $38 million.
I think, having lived up there, I think he better be careful with that kind of talk or they'll throw him out too. Seriously. I will say this. I have grown up a Tennessee guy. There is no rivalry on Tennessee's schedule, football or basketball, that comes anywhere near the hate and the angst that goes with Ohio State, Michigan. It is bizarre. It is like none other. Literally, if you are 11-0 but you lose to that other one, that is a failure of a season. Tennessee has lost to Florida. They've lost to Alabama. You get up off the deck. You do that.
They did it to Earl Bruce.
Yeah.
They didn't let him coach the last game of the season after losing to Michigan. And then you keep Urban Meyer, despite all of the crazy things that are happening, because he was beating Michigan.
Yeah, and I think that
you better win this game.
Harbaugh was very lucky to survive at Michigan as long as he did, because he kept losing to Ohio State.
Yep.
All right, are we overplaying this very quickly? Is this a key, or do you think it's overblown?
I don't think it's the key, but I think it has a factor. I mean, once again, you're going against a talented team, but you're going against a talented team that maybe their psyche could get kicked in the head a little bit.
Yeah, two quick things. Apparently, they have 35% of all tickets Tennessee does, so you could have like 15, 20,000 ball fans in the stadium, and the CFP controls the music. So I think Tennessee also will get a hype video entering the game,
Ooh, I didn't
which is
realize
insane.
they control the music.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
an
they
interesting
do.
deal. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would have taken Sterling out of the mix down there.
There's another way to look at it, and I don't know that this is going to happen. The players understand what's going on, right? So how much do they respect their head coach? Are they going to lay it on the line and play for Ryan Day? Pretty good chance they will. Or are they going to look at that game plan against Michigan and say, what was this joker doing? I think their feelings toward their head coach could go a long way in this one.
We've all seen this here, based on what Ohio State people are saying came out of their players only meeting, and how would they know? This could be anyone just going to a message board and everyone saying, yeah, they hate their coach. It did not sound like Ryan Day gave the right answers to the team about why. He said he wouldn't change what we did against Michigan, and that did not go over well. Supposedly, again, could be complete nonsense, but there's a little rumor mill for you from Columbus, Ohio. All right, when we come back, when Ohio State has the ball, who's got the advantage, the Buckeye offense or the Vol defense? And hint number 2 in our contest giveaway. Come on back.